It begins in the dust with the smell of gunpowder and a rumor of stolen gold, buried somewhere in the vast, unforgiving American West. Into this crucible step three men, drawn to the same phantom fortune. They are not heroes, nor are they simple villains. They are survivors. First, there is the bad. We meet him as Angel Eyes, a creature of cold, professional violence. He arrives at a quiet farmhouse with the stillness of a predator. His questions are scalpels, dissecting a family's secrets over a meal that feels like a final supper. He's been hired to find a man and information about the gold. He gets what he wants, and then, with chilling dispassion, he fulfills his contract, and a second, unspoken one, leaving silence and death in his wake. He is a force of transactional evil. Then there is the ugly, Tuco Ramirez, a whirlwind of chaos, profanity, and desperate survival instincts. He is a wanted man, a rat, with a laundry list of crimes and a price on his head that keeps growing. We meet him mid-betrayal, crashing through a window, a cornered animal who bites and shoots his way out of every trap. He is loud, vulgar, and driven by an insatiable greed. But beneath the grime is a core of pure resilience. Tuco is the wild card, the embodiment of a lawless land. He will do anything, betray anyone, to see the next sunrise. And finally, there is the good, a title he never claims. He is a ghost with no name, known only as Blondie. He drifts into town, a poncho over his shoulders, a cigarillo clenched in his teeth. He is the master of a cynical scam. He finds Tuco, turns him in for the bounty, and then, just as the rope tightens, a single rifle shot from a distant ridge severs the rope. Tuco lives, they split the money, and ride on to do it all over again. It's a cycle of betrayal and rescue, built on profit. But as the bounties escalate, Blondie decides the partnership has run its course. In a moment of quiet cruelty, he dissolves their arrangement, leaving Tuco stranded in the searing desert, 70 miles from anywhere. It's a death sentence, delivered with a shrug. In this world, good is a very relative term, but Tuco does not die. Fueled by pure hatred, he crawls his way out of the desert, his thirst for revenge eclipsing his thirst for water. He becomes a phantom of vengeance, relentlessly tracking Blondie. He finally catches him, not for a quick bullet, but for slow, agonizing retribution. He forces Blondie into his own death march across that same merciless desert. As Blondie weakens under the punishing sun, Tuco torments him, drinking water in front of him, describing the painful death that awaits. It is the ultimate expression of Tuco's character, not just to kill his enemy, but to savor his suffering. Just as Blondie is about to succumb, fate intervenes as a runaway carriage. Inside are dying Confederate soldiers. One man, Bill Carson, is still clinging to life, and he knows where $200,000 in gold is buried. Delirious, he offers the secret to Tuco for water. He gasps out the name of the cemetery, Sad Hill, before Tuco runs to get a canteen. While he's gone, the near-dead Blondie crawls to the carriage. Carson, now fading fast, offers him the other half of the secret, the name on the grave where the gold is buried. He whispers the name, Arch Stanton, just as he dies. Tuco returns to find Carson dead and Blondie alive, now holding the crucial half of the puzzle. The dynamic has shattered and reformed. They are locked in a new, unwilling partnership. Tuco has the cemetery. Blondie has the grave. Neither can find the gold without the other. Their journey to Sad Hill takes them straight into the maw of the Civil War. Dressed as Confederates, they are promptly captured by a Union patrol and sent to a hellish prisoner of war camp. The sergeant in charge is none other than Angel Eyes, who has been tracking Bill Carson. He quickly deduces that Tuco knows something. What follows is methodical cruelty. Angel Eyes has Tuco tortured, not with rage, but with chilling precision. Tuco, for all his bluster, is broken. He confesses the name of the cemetery, Sad Hill. Believing he has the full secret, Angel Eyes offers Blondie a new deal, seeing in him a fellow pragmatist. He proposes a partnership, sending the beaten Tuco away on a train to be hanged. Blondie, ever the survivor, agrees. He and Angel Eyes, the good and the bad, ride out together, leaving the ugly to his fate. But Tuco, the eternal survivor, escapes his fate once more, leaping from the prison train. In a moment of chaotic irony, he stumbles into the very same town Blondie and Angel Eyes' gang are passing through. The reunion is explosive. Tuco gets the drop on Blondie, but before he can exact his revenge, a Union cannon blast interrupts them. Emerging from the rubble, they find themselves near a strategic bridge, the focus of a brutal, pointless battle. Here, Blondie and Tuco find a moment of strange, shared humanity. They see the absurdity of the slaughter, led by a drunken Union captain who prays for the bridge's destruction. In a moment of unspoken agreement, they form their third and most sincere alliance. They will give the captain his wish. They will blow up the bridge, not for a cause, but to stop the senseless killing and clear their own path to the gold. Under the cover of darkness, they wire the bridge with dynamite. In this quiet truce, they exchange their secrets. Tuco confirms the cemetery is Sad Hill. Blondie, in a gesture of fragile trust, confirms he knows the name on the grave. As the armies prepare for another charge, Blondie and Tuco light the fuse. The explosion is magnificent, a cleansing fire that rips the bridge from its moorings. The soldiers on both sides cheer. For a brief moment, Blondie and Tuco are not enemies, but partners. With the battle silenced and their path cleared, they cross the river. The truce is over. The race is back on. What follows is one of cinema's most iconic sequences. Tuco, having tricked Blondie, arrives at the vast, circular Sad Hill Cemetery alone. The camera swirls, the music swells into the ecstasy of gold. This is the culmination of Tuco's entire existence. He runs, a frantic, joyous child in a playground of the dead, sprinting through the graves, searching for the one that will make him rich. But Blondie is not far behind, and neither is Angel Eyes. Blondie reveals his final deception. He never told Tuco the real name on the grave. As Tuco frantically searches, Blondie finds the true marker, a simple cross with no name, next to the grave of Arch Stanton. The gold is in an unknown grave. The stage is now set. All three men converge on the circular stone plaza at the heart of the cemetery. The gold is buried right there, in the center. The final confrontation, a three-way standoff. The good, the bad, and the ugly, arranged in a triangle of death. The music falls away. The tension is unbearable. This is a duel of psychology, of nerve. The camera cuts between them. Extreme close-ups of eyes, shifting, calculating, hands hovering over holsters. Before the duel, Blondie writes the name of the grave on a stone and places it in the center of the circle. The standoff resumes. Then, the music explodes. Guns are drawn. Shots echo. Angel Eyes falls, shot by Blondie. Tuco pulls his trigger, but his gun only clicks. Empty. Blondie reveals his ultimate trump card. While Tuco was sleeping, he unloaded his gun. It was always a two-man duel. The good man had cheated. With Angel Eyes dead, Blondie forces Tuco to dig. It's there, sacks filled with gold coins. But Blondie has one last piece of business. Justice, his version of it. He forces Tuco onto a wobbly grave marker, places a noose around his neck, and balances the other end on a tree branch. He then takes his half of the gold and rides away, leaving Tuco teetering on the edge of death, a perfect mirror of the scam that started their journey. Tuco screams, curses, and pleads. But then, from a great distance, a single rifle shot rings out. The rope is severed. Tuco falls to the ground, alive, with his half of the gold. Blondie, a silhouette on the horizon, has paid his debt. As Blondie rides off into the sunset, Tuco, free but furious, screams after him. The bad is dead, the ugly is rich, and the good, he's just a little richer. A man who understands that in a world like this, those labels are just words written in the sand.